Hey guys, it's Jordan, and today I will be showing you how to make the Cobra / Solomon bar knot on my paracord jig. Now, you don't have to have a paracord jig to make this bracelet. It just helps. I make a lot of bracelets, and so it keeps it all nice and neat and tight, but you don't have to have a jig for this. If you don't have a jig, I'll show you how to make one without a jig later. Alright, and so now what I'm doing is I'm using clips. So you want to clip in your clips into your jig if you have one. You do the same thing without a jig. You just keep them in the spots. I am using this homemade jig that I made from a yardstick, and so I have several different sizes, and so this is going to be a medium, which is a little over 7-inch bracelet. And so if it's a 7-inch bracelet, you usually want about a foot of paracord for each. Here's my paracord. You usually want about a foot of paracord for each inch that your bracelet is going to be. And so I'm going to use two different colors of paracord, one black and one lime green. And so what you do, if you want to use two colors to stick them together, you take these two, you take your lighter that you have, and you melt the ends. Just melt the ends down, and then you just melt the ends. Now what you do is you take your two ends and you just stick them together like this. They should be kind of liquidy, melted, and so you just stick them together. And you got to be careful at this part to not burn your fingers. So you lick your fingers, and then you just kind of press it down quick so you don't burn yourself. And it will be a little bit hot, so you just got to do it kind of fast. But now you have your two pieces of paracord stuck together. And so now what you will do is you will take the paracord, whichever color you want to be on the outside is going to be your left side of cord that's running up. It's called your core. And so I like to have the darker colors on the inside, so I will take my lime, and what you do is right here in your buckle, you just stick it in there. Sometimes it's kind of hard because these are pretty small buckles. You just stick it in there like this. You pull it out kind of like this, just like that. And now what you will do is you will take this side of your cord and run it through there, and just pull it through. Oops, I messed up right there. You just pull it through. Like this. And then you pull the other side through. Just like that. Okay, and now what you do is you tighten it up. Just like this. You just pull on both sides. And it's okay if there's more green sticking out. Whichever color you want on the outside, you want just a little bit more. You just want to cut off a little bit more. Like this is a 7-inch bracelet, like I said, and you want at least a foot of paracord for each inch long that you want your bracelet. And so to add in for the knot, you have to make sure you give a little bit extra cord. And so these cords are probably about equal right now. So now that you have your cord and your lark's head knot down here, you just pull a loop over through your buckle. You just take it up at the top, get the ends of your cord. It's okay, all of the 7 strings, the inner strands that are coming out, that's okay, because you'll be cutting off those later anyways. Okay, and so now you just, see if I can get a little bit closer. You just pull it through this top buckle and take your other side, put it through at the top on the left side, whichever color you're using on the left. But it is harder. I recommend you cut off these inner strands before you start making your bracelet, because they kind of get annoying when they get in the way. And so you just pull them through like this. And this right here, what you have pulled through, is called your core, the core of the bracelet. These are the 2 cores, okay? And this is the exact same thing. If you don't have a paracord jig, you just wouldn't have the buckles clipped in. You just kind of estimate what the wrist size is, and then you start on the bracelet. And so the actual knot is, you can start off with whichever one you want. I'm gonna start off with the black, since I like my darker colors on the inside. And so what you do is after you have it strung through there, you just lay it over the top like that. And now what you do with this side, you take it over the black like this, and under and through the loop on the other side. And now just kind of, so it looks just like this, just like that. And so what I like to do, I just pull it down a little bit and then pull it up tight, just like that, and it tightens the core of the bracelet. And so what you do, if you have 2 different colors, you always start with the same color, okay? And so since I'm starting with black, I have my black right here. I lay it over, make like a pretty good sized loop on the side. Take the green under the black and under the core and up through this little loop that I have over here. Again, it should look just like that. This is one of the easiest bracelets, paracord bracelets, and it's probably one of the most popular bracelets that you'll see out there. And so you can see it starting to take shape. I'll make a couple more to show you. Take your black, or I'm using my black. Take the black, make a pretty good size loop over here, and now you take your green and go over the black right there and under the core up through the loop, just like that. So you're kind of wrapping it around the core. Now you just pull it tight, and the tighter you pull it, the better this bracelet is going to turn out, because you do not want a very loose bracelet. And if you want to, you can just kind of slide the knots up. Okay, and I'll show you one more. Oops, sorry. Remember, you take your black and just lay it over the top like that. Take your green, go under the black and under the core. Then you pull it up through the loop that you have on the other side, and then pull it through. Pull it tight. And okay, now I think you've got the hang of it, so we'll just pick up with you at the end and I'll show you how to finish off your bracelet. Okay guys, now we are almost done with our bracelet. We have about one knot left to do, so I'll just do that. Take the black, come over, go under with the green, under the core, pull it through the loop, pull it tight, just like that. And now, you know what? It's better to have a tighter bracelet than a loose bracelet, so I think we can fit one more knot right there. Let's try. Over with the black, under with the green, through the loop, and there we go. Fit one more in there. And once you get the hang of it, this bracelet will only take you a couple minutes to make. Okay, so now what you have is your two excess move that out of the way. Right here you have, once you're done, you should have a good bit of cord left. It's always best to have too much than too little. Okay, so now what you want to do is you make sure you pull them about as tight as you can get it. And now take your scissors and cut it off about a 1/4 inch. Cut off about till it's where it's about a 1/4 inch left on there. Take your lighter and singe them till they're a little bit liquid. Then you can take the side of your lighter and you kind of squish it down and flatten it out like that, so it's flat and it can't be pulled through. And now you take the other side and do the same thing. Cut off to where there's about a 1/4 inch left. Take your lighter and singe it. And if you don't want to use the side of your lighter to singe it, then you can also, like if you have a project table or something, you could just rub it on there real quick. It's not actually too hot because it cools down really fast. And so there you go. Clip it in and you've got yourself a paracord bracelet. And what's cool about these, I'm not using them, I'm using the contoured clips, but if you use flat clips, then it's reversible. Just like that. And so, now you have your bracelet. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Comment, rate, subscribe.